Hey guys, Sensei Andy here, and we're going to take a look at how you can help support your child in their martial arts journey. There's lots of things you can do that's really going to help them grow and thrive. And we know you, as good parents, you want to help them do that. So stay tuned, we're going to start going through those tips right now. Okay, so tip one on how you can support your child in their martial arts journey. The first thing is give them lots of encouragement and praise. Now, first thing, obviously, encourage them to take part in martial arts. That's a great thing. And obviously, if you're watching this video, they already are. So that's brilliant. But you need to help them at the times when it's not easy too. You need to encourage them and help inspire them and motivate them. There are going to be things in martial arts they do not find easy. It just does not come easy for them, okay? And your job is to help them understand that through hard work and practice, they're going to achieve it, and you're going to help them get from that A to B point along with us. So you're going to help them get better. They're going to get those things they find hard, and that's going to be real breakthroughs and real achievements. Not only that though, remind them regularly how proud you are, how far they're coming, okay? When you see them achieve these things, show them you're proud of them, because that to them is going to be the best thing in the world. You are their real life heroes, okay? So for you guys to tell them that you're proud of them, it's one of the best achievements they could ever hope for, okay? So just by giving them that level of pride that you have in them, so they know that what they're doing is right, they're gonna feel amazing, and that's down to you. So there you go, there's tip number one. Okay, so let's look at tip number two on how you can support your child in their martial arts journey. This one's an easy one. Attend their martial arts classes with them, okay? Now, we understand that sometimes that isn't possible. Maybe you're dropping off and you have to take another child somewhere else, or you have to do shopping at the same time. We get that, that happens. But every now and again, where possible, attend the class with your children and sit there and watch how they're developing, how they're learning, okay? And you're gonna notice there's a lot of things that are gonna be going on, okay? And it's gonna help them to realize that you care about what they're doing. There's nothing better than a child being able to look at their parents, see how happy they are that they're doing something, and they want to please you, okay? So by knowing you're there, they kind of want to actually show what they can do, and that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes need a bit of direction, but that's great, right? They want to show you how good they're doing. That's a great thing. So by attending their classes with them, okay, just so you can sit and watch them, okay, and watch how they grow, it's going to make them feel a sense of pride because their parents really want to be there for them. Okay, and that's going to help them to no end. So support your children by being at their classes. It's a great thing to do. And there's tip number two. Okay, so let's look at tip number three. Now, tip number three is about making sure you provide the right equipment for your children. Now, the reason why this is important is because I want to liken this to going to school and not having all the stuff you need for that as well. It makes you feel like you're not prepared, makes you feel like you're not really ready, okay? So when you see, for instance, when you see children go off the mats to get their own pads, okay, and your child might not have any at the time, okay, it can feel quite bad. They might feel a little bit left out or not as connected as the other students around them, okay? So by having the right equipment, they know they are ready, they can just go grab it, and there'll be a sense of pride in their equipment, which is always a good thing as well. So it actually helps them build those sense of belonging, okay? We want all students to feel like they belong, and we'll help every step of the way. And obviously, if there's ever an issue, please just come and see us. But by making sure they have everything they need, it's going to be really, really helpful for their development, because then they realize they are part of something and they have everything they need to be able to do what they are doing in class, be it their sparring equipment, their weapons, their uniform, you name it, okay? All those things are going to help them learn and grow better because they know they have what they need to be able to succeed. Okay, so there you have it. There's your next tip. Hey guys, right, we're on to tip number four now. Now this one is all about supporting and helping grow good habits. Now, we have a program that we're actually integrating into KMA that is going to help this a lot. But the fact is, let's just go through this straight away. Building good habits is going to help set children up for life, not just in martial arts, but everything. If they've got good habits on making sure they get up and they just do certain things every day, it's going to help them in school, it's going to help them when they're playing up their friends and other activities as well as martial arts. So those are things we really want to encourage and nurture, because we want our children to be the best they can be, right, and have the happiest lives possible. So good habits and developing of that is a crucial part of a child's development process, and we really want to help with that. Now, to make sure that we help with that the way that we'd like to, is we actually have our Habit Ninja program that all of our students are automatically entered into. Now, the way it works is very simple. We have 3 key areas that we want our students to develop in, okay? Because we want to overwhelm them, and you may have other things you want them to do as well. So we can work on 3. You can have more on if you wish to. The first one, okay, is making sure you're attending classes regularly. It's a good habit to be in, okay? Making sure you always attend your classes once or twice a week, depending on what class it is you're doing. But by attending your classes regularly, it helps set that routine up. Children thrive on routine. This has been highly documented across the world, and we know this is the case. So by making sure your children are always attending regularly, that's really important, okay? Now, on top of that, practicing at home. Practicing at home is also another really, really important thing, because the cone of learning literally dictates that anyone that learns anything new, if they don't practice it, within the first 2 weeks, they're going to forget 80% of it. That's a huge amount to potentially forget, right? So if they don't practice what they're learning in class, they can forget up to 80% of what they learn within 2 weeks of learning it. And that's a lot to lose, okay? We want our students to grow and develop and become really well-rounded in what they do. So home practice is crucial. Now, granted, we're not sitting there saying they need to practice for hours and hours and hours on end, okay? No, by all means not. But 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, or a block, maybe half an hour every so often, could be a humongous help to their development, okay? And when we're learning things that are not just mental, like at school, we're learning mental and physical development, where we're having to learn muscle memory as well as actual memory. Those things are going to have to happen in order for your children to grow the way you want them to in martial arts as well, okay? But it also helps set them up for the future too, and building good habits and practicing the things they want to get good at, okay? On top of that though, because martial arts is not just physical, we know it's mental too. So we have a section called Grow Your Mind. Now, grow your mind is very simple. Anything your child does, which is growing their mind, growing them mentally, okay? And the one we always like to use as an example is reading a book for at least 15 minutes, okay? And they can have a point for that, okay? So anything that's going to grow their mind mentally, if they're going to start doing some additional homework, if they're working on a project, okay, if they're doing a course they've never done before, like first aid or anything, and it's going to grow their mind, we want to reward that, okay? Now, we'll get more into that at a later date in relation to our app and how you can log all those habit things at another time. But those things that we want to encourage through what we do, okay? Some other things you can do though, obviously making sure they do things like getting up, brushing their teeth, stuff you normally do already, which I'm sure you all do, okay? Saying using good manners, saying hello, goodbye, please, thank you, okay? Another one that's a good one, especially nowadays, is limiting screen time so that they understand that there is a world around them that doesn't involve a screen in front of their faces, because believe it or not, some children are now starting to have a disconnect, and we don't want that to happen either, okay? So there's lots of good habits. We want you guys to support your children by helping them develop those good habits. By doing that, they're going to become amazing children and future leaders, and that's something we really want to encourage. So there you have it. That's tip number 4. Hope that helps. Okay, guys, so now we're on to tip number 5. So the next tip to help your child succeed in martial arts is communicate with us, okay? We want you to talk to your instructors, okay? And the reason why is because you're not experts on what we do on the mat, and we get that, okay? That's why you come to us, okay? You may also wonder why your child's doing something but another child isn't, okay? And things like that, and that happens, and there's nothing wrong with those thoughts, okay? We want you to ask. You have no idea what's going on the mat. You don't know what children's development levels are like or anything, and we get that. So if you want to know how best to support your child, come and talk to us. Ask us how they're doing, what things we're working on with them. We don't mind. We like that, okay? It means it shows you care, and we really want to help with that, okay? So if you really want to help your child succeed, another one is very simple. Just come and talk to us occasionally. You have so many avenues to talk to us on. You can come and speak to us just after class. You can chuck us a message on social media. You can ring us up. There's loads of options for you. Please stay in contact because we want to help your child succeed. It's that simple. Okay, there you go. Tip number 5. Tip number 6 on how you can help your child succeed in martial arts. Now this one is a good one in some ways. Okay, some people are against this. I'm not sure why, but let me just go into it. Get your child to attend tournaments and events. That sounds weird, right? Because some people go, yeah, but we're not into competition. How do you know if you've never done one? Okay, but the simple rule I've always got when it comes to any of my students, when they say, what are competitions like? It's very simple. Go along to one and see if you like it. If you don't, not a problem, but you should at least attend one Just see what you think. Now, the reason why attending tournaments and events is really, really important is it helps you mix with other martial artists around, well, sometimes locally, sometimes nationally, sometimes the whole world, which is absolutely amazing. You get to see the heights that martial arts can help take your child to if they want to do that. They may even win something, they may lose as well, which can also be a very good learning lesson, okay? So tournaments give your child the chance to showcase what they're doing, match it up with people of other grades from other schools and see how they need to take their training up or down according to what they're doing, okay? It helps you build connections with other parents and other students and builds that family unit that everyone wants in martial arts, where they can all stay connected and feel like they're part of something bigger, okay? When it comes to events that KMA will run, we run P&O events, so parents like us, where you can drop your children with us, we entertain them while you go out and have some time for you. Okay, so you're supporting your child by getting to events where they can make those connections, make friendships, okay, and you guys get some downtime. And we want to support that. It may be they're doing some life skills training and things like that. It's going to help them grow mentally as people, okay? All these things that we offer, they're all there to help your child become better people. So when they grow up, they're going to have amazing memories of their life and things they've done, their achievements they've actually been able to achieve. And we want to help them every step of the way with that, which means in turn, we're trying to help you too. But by you helping them go to those things, that is how you can support them so they feel like they're part of something bigger than just punching and kicking. There you go. That's your next tip. Hope that helps. Hey guys, here is tip number 7, okay? So this one is about promoting the values that you want your child to achieve, okay? So when people come to a martial arts school, especially what we hear a lot is we want our children to become more disciplined, more focused, to do this, that, and the other. Okay, we get those things. Okay, be a better listener and all those things. But do you mirror them at home? Do you try and help them develop those skills at home? And the reason why we say this is very simple. As much as we really want our children that train here to get all those things and all those core beliefs, which have several around our badge, I'll talk about this in a second. We only have them for a very small amount of time during the week there everywhere else. So in order for any values we try and help your child develop, they need to be mirrored elsewhere so they see this and they deem it as normal, okay? It becomes helpful to them. So if you want a child to succeed in all the things you want them to aspire towards, you need to help them by mirroring those things at home. If you want them to always persevere when things get hard, you need to help them encourage that when they're at home, okay? Not just for martial arts, but for schoolwork and everything they all want to do. If they fall off their bike, you help them and tell them, yes, it's hard. Yes, I know you didn't like falling off your bike, but if you want to ride it, you've got to get back on it and keep going, okay? So they realize that even though it's hard and they fell off 5, 6, 7 times, that maybe on number 8 is when they don't fall off, okay? And then when they get that, the way their eyes light up, they can actually do it. It's magical, okay? And it's the same with this. We have several values. We have respect, honesty, discipline, okay, integrity, and perseverance. These are what we try and teach to every single student that come through our door, okay? And we want you to try and mirror these as much as possible. You want your children to be respectful, honest, disciplined, so following the rules. You want to have integrity. So what they say is what they mean, and they are proud of that, okay? And they persevere through things when even things get tough, okay? So if you want to help your children succeed in martial arts, the tip is to have those values and make sure you mirror as many of them as you can at home so it becomes part of their normal everyday life. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope that tip was helpful. So there you have it, guys. There are some tips for you to get started, okay? We hope that helps, okay? Any questions, though, as always, just come back to us. We don't mind. Just talk to us and we'll see how we can help your children succeed. Take care. I'll see you next time.